Hello, my name is Sarah and I'm one of the placement advisors here at Southampton Business School, and I'm here today to talk to you about placements, what they are, the benefits and why you should consider doing one here at Southampton Business School. So what is a placement? Really important question. So a placement is a 10 to 12 month work experience which you would undertake between your second and your final year. So you would begin applying for placements at the beginning of your second year. You can do a placement in a variety of different business areas, including general business, marketing, human resources, finance, procurement, and many more. So as you can see, the opportunities really are vast and endless, and a placement will provide you with the opportunity to gain an insight into the world of work and develop new skills. So why do a placement? Well, the benefits are endless. So firstly, it gives you an opportunity to gain real responsibility in a business area that interests you and to showcase your potential. As you can imagine, when you get to final year and you're applying for graduate roles, having a placement on your CV really helps show your potential to a future employer. It's paid, so all our placements on average are paid around £17,000. There is significant variation across sector and location, but that is our average salary, so you will be earning whilst you're learning. It's a great way to build connections, make lifelong friends, and what's really important is it's a real year for you to experiment, to help you discover what you're good at and what you may want to do in the future. For many of our placement students as well, it's an opportunity to walk away with a graduate role. So if you were to go on placement and really impress an employer, then you may find that you get an offer of employment at the end of your placement. So as you can imagine, by the time you get to your final year, it's a real weight off your shoulders to have that graduate offer. And finally, it's good fun. Our placement students will all say to us that their placement year is one of the best years of their degree, so we would highly recommend it. But don't believe me, don't let me tell you otherwise. I'm now going to play you a quick video clip of some of our placement students talking to you about their experiences. So I'm just waiting for it to load.
So I've secured a placement at Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula 1 team, and it's in Brackley. The role is a finance, tax and accounting role.
So at the moment I work at Barry Smith and I'm doing business development research.
I spent my placement year at Volkswagen Group for the last 12 months. I was Audi Fleet Sales Executive.
So I've just finished my placement. It was at WCRS, it's now called Engine. It's an advertising agency in central London.
I think the opportunities I will hopefully get from placement will be amazing. Just even in my assessment centres, like being able to then transfer that to when I come out of university and then get a job, hopefully after then, hopefully that whole process will be a lot easier.
Not only did I find out what kind of stuff, how it's like working in an actual professional job, but also I really found the industry that I want to go into. So I'm still in touch with my managers from my placement, and I've been speaking to them recently. And it's looking likely that I'm going to get a job there after uni. So for me, I've learned what I wanted to do now, and now I can go back into that confident that I'm going to like it, and that's what I'm going to do.
It's a really good way to try and work out what you want to do when you leave university. It's great to have a little bit of informed knowledge with that. I think also though it gets you into much more of a structure than traditional university life, which is a good work ethic to come back into final year with, and definitely don't think I'd have found final years easy without it.
In first year, the lectures every other week were so helpful in helping me write a cover letter, know everything I need to include in it. After each assessment centre, I gave my feedback back to the placements team, and they kind of told me how I could improve for the next time.
One of the things they really did that I really benefited from was an assessment centre, like a mock kind of thing for all the students, and we acted like we were in an assessment centre to get a real feel for how that was going, which was obviously really useful to have that experience before going into an assessment centre.
It's been really good, especially during second year when you were applying to placements. The module gave, I think, a really good foundation, starting point for writing your CV, cover letter, interview techniques. I definitely think it's the situation where the more you put in, the more you get out. I was quite keen to get as much feedback as possible, which resulted in the placements team giving me individual feedback on my cover letters and helping me edit them, as well as practice interview, which was really fantastic.
Right before I started my placement, they've assisted me with my application process. They reviewed all my cover letters and CVs, and they've also prepared me for all my interviews and telephone calls and video interviews as well. So they were very supportive.
Okay. So hopefully that gave you a bit of an idea of how great a placement can be for you. So where can you do your placement? So as you probably heard from the video you just watched, our students really do go to a variety of different companies. I've just put up a list of some example companies that our students have worked in the past. So as you can see, there's lots of big names. So we've got BMW, we've got Argos, John Lewis, Virgin Media, Walt Disney, and they're excellent providers of placements. But what we also do within the placements team is promote local placement opportunities at smaller companies around the Southampton area. So for some of you that are perhaps local and would like to stay local, then we have those opportunities available as well. But what I can really say is that no matter what kind of company that you go to on placement, you will have a really valuable experience and, you know, gain lots of new knowledge and skills. So finally, why do a placement year at Southampton? Well, firstly, our placements team is quite unique to a lot of other universities in that we offer support to students from the beginning of your first year. So you would undertake a tailored employability module that will help you to prepare for placements in your second year. So in this employability module, which is a mixture of face-to-face lectures and online learning, we teach you how to write a good application and to sell yourself effectively to an employer. So as you can imagine, that kind of knowledge would, is useful throughout the whole of your degree. In your second year, you'll then have an allocated placement advisor and we will work with you one-to-one throughout your second year to support you through the placement application process. So that could be application reviews, it could be mock interviews, and it also could be providing advice on assessment centres. So we really do work as hard as you do. And just kind of on a final, to leave you with a final note of how good our placement service is here at Southampton. Last year we were the winners of the Best University Placement Service in the National Undergraduate Employability Awards. And this award was given to us for the support we've given to our students and for our unique employability modules. So hopefully that is proof enough that we really can give you, excellent support if you come here as a student. So that's all from me. Obviously I will be taking questions during the live Q&A session later on today, but for now I'm going to pass you over to Holly Street from the Education Development Office. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Holly Street and I'm the Education and Student Experience Advisor here at Southampton Business School. My role is based in the Education Development Office. We are a team that's completely unique to the university, so we don't exist anywhere else, and also to the university sector. And it is our mission to help students get the most out of their degree and open their eyes to the many opportunities that are available to them whilst they're studying alongside their degree. The EDO can help you by signposting you to specialist support, whether that's study skills, language support, perhaps you want to talk to someone about having an internship or a part-time job alongside your studies. We can signpost you to the best specialist practitioners to make sure that you are getting all of the information needed. But you want to know what it's like to be a business school student. Well, you'll have great communication with staff. For example, you'll be allocated a personal academic tutor during your first couple of weeks with us. There's going to be a wide range of modules and different learning experiences for you to get involved in. And also we hold a wide range of social events. For example, every other week we hold a coffee morning where business school staff and students come together over a cup of coffee and discuss all things business, but it's also a great chance to socialise and meet people on different programmes that you wouldn't normally get the chance to meet to. We have excellent study spaces, including a new building, and also ground floor study space for our students in the business school. And we also have support from Careers and Employability, which is specialist for business school students. There's a lot of support for your learning, from online library resources to having your personal academic tutor. We also run a peer learning programme at the business school. And this is a team of students who have been a student before, so they can offer all of their hints and tips on how to succeed and how to really ease that transition between sixth form or college and coming to university. So I am just going to give you a quick clip of a couple of our peer leaders who are going to tell you a bit about what it's like to be a peer leader and how they can kind of ease that transition for you.
So my role as a peer leader, I facilitate with 2 other peer leaders for about 30 freshers, kind of easing them into the university life.
My role as a peer leader was to facilitate networking and communication among students. We helped them switch from college to university, but I think a more important thing that we've done, which was not really included in our role description, was to support them as second-year students, because we were more experienced at university, and we knew better what was around and what kind of opportunities they had to explore. So my role and my colleagues' role was very much around making sure that they are informed and that they don't miss out on things that we missed out on in our first year.
I never would have been able to speak out in front of like 10 people, let alone 30 people. I've actually made quite a lot of friends. Like the 2 other people I peer leader with, it's nice just being able to, one of them's in 4th year, one of them is in my year, so it's nice just being able to talk about the different modules, and then obviously being able to interact with the first year students is nice as well.
I've gained a lot of transferable skills. I think the peer leader role was the most beneficial one in my CV during my applications for placements. It was quite a great challenge for me because I wasn't used to speaking in English in front of a group of students or anybody. So challenging myself and pushing myself out of my comfort zone was a great advantage of this experience for me.
Fantastic. So hopefully hearing from a couple of our current peer leaders has given you a bit of an insight into the support that will be available to you as soon as you come through the doors at the university, but also more long-sighted at some of the opportunities that you could be involved in once you've settled in. If you want to know anything else about the events and info and student news that's coming up, look at our AOB website, or you can find us on Instagram at SBS Students to keep up to date with all of the latest information. If you've got any questions about education or student experience, please do email me at the below address, or I will be available during the live chat as well. But thank you for listening. I look forward to meeting you.